Hello, everyone, and welcome to I don't know which number episode this is, but this is my episode 13. My second go at this round 5 thing, and this time Archipelago is actually connected to against the storm. So when I send checks, it'll be successful. Now I have I click the button to start with 3 random people, as well as I started with 7. It's supposed to be 3. Why are there only 2? I don't understand. Yes, here I can only do marshlands. The important thing is, since playing the previous time, we have unlocked fungus, which helps because the wood is made of fungus. And, you know, that's very, very nice. So, can actually sort of progress in the game. Species check-wise, I cannot get any checks for beavers. I don't exactly know why they're in logic, not in logic, but I can confirm that it's only currently the foxes and lizards who are in logic for checks from resolve, and then I can complete packs. I can upgrade the hearth. I can do a bunch of trade related things, which I can't do until I build the trade hub. But there's a bunch of stuff I can do, which is pretty cool. So, which of these buildings? I did actually already get a farm. Oh, I wanted to check. Can I actually build it? Do I just start with these unlocked? Oh, that's crazy. I guess I changed my decisions in part of it. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to get the regular clubs, the clubs every 3 minutes, as part of the rewards, because last time I kept having glades I couldn't clear, and having a regular source of that would be cool. Oh, Kaiser. I thought it might be the stag. Stag is very nice. I never been mean to the stag. Okay, I can get meat from the leeching broodmother. I can't get any resource from the overgrown stone node, so we do obviously want to start then with a forager. No, what is it? Hunters? Trappers? Trappers. Okay, so do we have an upgrade to trappers? No. Which of these? So I can't actually produce berries or plant fiber, so it's not very helpful. Can I produce any of the things from the supplier? I can't make wheat. I can produce planks, so getting a good recipe for planks early on is very helpful. I can't use any of the fishing type things, and then cobbler-wise, I can only use the pack of building materials. So, of these, I'd rather have a good recipe for planks, very helpful in terms of proceeding through the game. Those complex items. Oh yeah, sorry. I got feedback, which will be like almost a month before this video comes out, unfortunately, that I should include the AP tracker. So you guys can see all the checks that I get on the screen, and that will be the case for every game. I probably should have thought of that before someone came, or maybe even before I had recorded quite so many of them, but I didn't really have the time frame to be recording quite so many of them. Maybe I could have released the first one earlier. But now I will get all of the different, I will be able to see the checks as they come through, and that will be pretty helpful. Sorry, now you guys will be able to see the checks as they come through, which will be pretty helpful, instead of me just saying them out loud or them popping up in some games and not in others. So, yes, which of these? I can produce fabric. Fabric is very good. I cannot produce dye. I can use one of the ingredients. I can produce barrels. So I can produce both of those. I actually think I have barrels already. I can actually see by highlighting over it whether I can build the things that it needs. I can make fabric, and then it's got a really bad resource of pipes. Can't make any of those, so I'm leaning towards this one, which gives me a good recipe for bright fabrics and a recipe for barrels. And then good recipe for oil is very, very good. Even if I can't use the other ones. No, skewers, skewer recipe. Actually, can I already make skewers? I've got starting the butcher can make skewers at a 2-star level, which is already the rate. Skewers are good because you eat skewers. You eat skewers. You, I believe, also eat skewers. You don't. Actually, don't necessarily want the BV here. Because I can't get the upgrades from them. I actually don't know how many more I have. I can't see that. I've got one more. Okay. So if I already have 2 skewers, which I can see here, and I should have processed that, then that's cool. I could reroll and just take this, or I could take this just for the oil. I feel like the 2 for the oil is already pretty good. I don't really have anything that can use the Jew. I've apparently already been disconnected. So that's great. That doesn't say anything. Sorry, I've done that again. Okay, I have no idea what caused that disconnect. Currently, I don't have an alert here saying that Against Storm is disconnected, which is very good news for me because I'd like it to not disconnect. It's just something I'll have to keep an eye on. I don't think I go for the triple. I think all I already have access to. Triple fabric. Is it saying I can get berries and plant fiber? No, it's saying I can plant berries and plant fiber. Actually, no, it doesn't have the thing down the bottom, which I want shows them. Getting a good access to packs of trade goods is cool. I already have good access to a pack of luxury goods. That's not crazy. Sure, let's just go with the smithy. I have no idea how much amethyst I have. 7? That's cool. No idea why I'm starting with 7 amethyst, but I'll take it. Okay, so... important thing first. Woodcutter's camp. Must be built using gears, if there's no one... Sorry, I actually don't know what you can assign people here for. I'm actually 100% of the game. Oh, that's why I don't have any unemployed woodcutters, but I swear I should have more in terms... Okay, so I do need, sorry, any unemployed lizards. It's because there's a lizard doing the half. Lizards like when they're doing the half. Okay, that's not enough to get them into happy, unfortunately. Is it enough to get you into happy? Yeah, but there's only one of you. Okay. In terms of housing, I do start with fox housing. I don't start with any crystallized food. Okay, so let's again start with the small trappers camp, which will put just up here. I guess we'll put 2 foxes on that case. And then, yeah, sorry, what I wanted to do was direct. I think we just, right at the start of the game, want to get into this glade. Because we're just really farming checks. We might be able to, like, win. Increases the speed of traders, that's fine. Okay. Can't much about that. And then we just get some basic roads so that these guys are doing something that's useful while we wait for stuff to go down. It's got so many read mores here. Oh yes, and I should also try and build here at the start of the game. Where is it? Marketplace. I don't have enough resources. What resources don't I have? Fabric. I should build a manufactory then. Actually, do I have any of the inputs for fabric? Not confident I do. Coal, tools, sea marrow. I have no idea why it's starting with so much sea marrow. Alright, we have... oh, just a bonus. I like bonuses. 10 gold or a bunch of rerolls. Can't produce ale, so that's a pretty good reason not to do that. Astral wood cutting or free reading clay? I think free reading clay is maybe where we're going. Industry. From an industrial perspective, I think we're looking at the manufactory. Should have the resources for. Um, if I use the destroy tool on this, it does refund everything. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, if I go here, I didn't even mean the marketplace. I meant the trading post. Which makes me just feel extra stupid. Alright, so what was I going for? I'm going completely insane. Manufactories to get early fabric production. Alright. Okay, what can I give the new people? Roots. Or I could send this to the Citadel by using either eggs or meat. But it's not giving me stars, and I think I prefer. So it's not giving me. It's not making the queen happy. That's the important thing to me. I can't even see the resolve, by the way, with the way that my setup is currently. But you guys can. The way that you win is by filling up this blue bar at the bottom. You lose either by filling up this red bar. Most of the things that you would expect would be bad or bad for you. Well, I can't make leather, so I'm not going to do that. I can do that, so I may as well. Discover 3 glades, or this one's the easiest to do, and it gives me parts. This gives me bricks. That's also nice. I think I'm going for the clan though, just because it's the easiest to fulfill. Sure, that's really easy. I think this does give me a lizard, but it's not generally a problem. And then yeah, you get extra bonuses filling this. And I think when I fill these checks, when I fill these, I usually get checks. I should actually will fill this, I think, even before I welcome the new person. No, okay, well, I will welcome the new person first. Which apparently drops my resolve all the way down to 10, which seems crazy. Okay, now we do have... Great news is bonus people here. We'll replace one of the foxes with the beaver, because beavers are better at chopping trees. I need to, yeah, fulfill the need for basic housing. Actually, group workstation, cost regular wood. Lumber mill is really, I think, what I need. There's so many places I need to put things. I think that's fine. Alright. We get... No, I'm not going to click that until I finish the other one. They tried to get me. Couldn't do it. What is it? Plant fiber, algae, reeds. Yes, so I get reeds whenever I open glades, I thought. Was that not the cornerstone I took? Yeah. What happened to the 20 reeds I had? I should have 20 reeds. That's crazy. Well, either way, I think I already need to start moving this woodcutter's camp. Going next. And all the places look kind of horrific. So that's great. So, going this way is my easiest way to access safe glades. Let's just pop you here. And got through this glade, I suppose. I'll still cut this tree. You know, we do wind up needing to get stuff at Thoroughfare. This is a pretty lackluster place because I can't get any stuff from an algae pond. I can't really get anything from fishing stuff in general, I believe. I think it's 5% from leather. Alright, there we go. AP connection lost. Okay, so I gotta quickly turn off my camera for this. My Against the Storm visual. Okay, now let me turn my Against the Storm visual back on, as I am now reconnected. And check several locations, yay! There we go. I sent a yarn, a ballooner, the ballooners. I love the ballooners. Not necessarily because they're good, but because they're fun. And I hope I didn't say anything. It's alright. Love the ballooners, they're fun. And a mini kit. It's Batman. That's cool. Now I need to start fulfilling the need for basic housing, which in this case, alright, get to shelter. Things I can't get. Upgrading my existing trapper's camp is cool, but I do also like the clothier just to get a good production of pack and building materials when I get to where I'm actually going to want to start building them. I can also do the cobbler there, but there's no reason to do that when this... Well, actually, sorry, there's no reason to do either. What do you cost? 10? Well, I can make planks more reliably. Oh, I got 2. That's right, I did both. I can't harvest salt or insects, right? So I'm trying to figure out where salt is on this. It's blue. Yeah, no, I can't harvest salt or insects, so... I also can only get roots from this list. I don't have any of the things. I can't get any of the stuff from there. So if I just pick this, I believe it upgrades my existing camp to a trappist. Yeah, to just a big one, which is cool. That's cool. And then as I go through this, I should at least get the products stuff to make plan. I should get the reeds, unless I just can't get the reeds even from the guy, in which case this thing was really bad. Where's it there? What's this? You know what I hadn't checked? Whether I am actually receiving the training gear either. You know, it's possible that the training gear pick was also really bad. Because you can get the starting goods, but I think you can't add them to your inventory, so that decision may have been, yeah, very short-sighted. I think leather is the other thing. We're getting planks. How are we doing on the wood, though? This is 3-star production. Doing okay on wood. Oh yeah, sorry, I was going to build the big shelters now. I guess... I'm trying to think like what technically the best way is shape-wise to build these. If I do that, sorry. It's 8 housing, and then these house 6. So that's enough to house all of them. And then all I need is 4 comfort decorations. Now if I go to comfort, I believe is green. And then I can just build these around in semi-random places. Oh, that's right, I've got all these extra guys now. I can replace y'all with the more effective ones. And maybe build another lumberjack thing just to get food. Where are you? Go build a trading post. Trading post can give me a lot of checks. I actually build it all the way up here and have no disadvantage. I think woodcutter's camp first. And then just sort of haphazardly pick random ones of those. I think I need 3 free. I think the most you can assign to a glade event is 3. You know. That was more for the bats of it, you know? I mean, if they were gaining resolve from that, that would be nicer. How much resolve have I gained from it? 0. Not even point over. Yes, sorry. I'm going to say avoid blades except marked. And I'm also going to say avoid blades except marked here. Okay. That's cool. I like that. What's this? The water demon. A random water geyser. I don't really know how to use water geysers at this point in the game, so I like this. That is insane. And then we can send this to the Citadel using some tools. I think I can just send one person there. These things are okay, but maybe not as helpful in the context in which I exist. Clay. Sorry. What is this? Pantry. And it would not really be able to do much of use because I can't make porridge or pie. And I can also already make porridge better than it can make it. But I can get a package from it. Yeah. Reed, stone, and clay. Cool. I will be able to move after these guys are finished here. I'll be able to move them, and they can't get these because they can't collect that. That's true. So if I look here at the farms, I didn't pick any. That's right, because you can the things. I can only do the farm that makes roots or the farm that makes mushrooms. I believe in y'all can make it here. The other guy's relaxing? Investigating. Right, yeah, he's doing the thing. And the other one is just going there now, because he was just relaxing. Literally just chillaxing. What's going on, man? Alright, we'll move you out here. Other thing. Just a good thing, but I will build more road. Yeah, I didn't have any materials to salvage it. And I'm starting to think I am not getting reeds either. That sucks. So I can't make fabric. That's really lame. Also, apparently 2 people not in housing. Good. So that's sent to check. Okay, it doesn't tell me what the checks are. Energy powder to crystal and great ball to emerald. Neither of those are particularly useful checks. And I haven't built the trade thing yet. Alright, do we want anything here? No reason to have an inefficient source of stuff. Tea house at least can do something. Smokehouse can also do it, but tea house does it better. Yeah. I do need this trading post. It just lets me progress in the game. I think while I'm here, I will also just try and build out sort of an easier walkway to these other areas. Normally, you would like develop there because you can actually pick stuff up. Okay, at least use this with a herbalist cap. Like, I can't even mine these resources, right? Okay. Oh yeah, upgrade the half. I need 2 more people housed. And then 4 of one upgrade and 4 of another upgrade. Housing-wise, I don't really have a source of crystallized dew right now, so Beaver House it is. got a lot of unemployed people, but that I think is mostly a result of the fact that we are sort of expanding beyond our needs. Oh, you didn't finish this in time? Or something? Okay, no, I just don't think I think I just didn't read that. I mean, that's fine. It's like not helpful, but it's fine. I can go to this one and replace you with Beaver. Location checked. That's the one from earlier. Oh, trader arrived. Cool. Okay, I think I can actually buy these things, which is nice. Useful, 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 useful. I don't really have anything I can sell. Oh, that's cool. I'll take that. And then what would I like to buy? Fabric. Alright, so say we start by saying we'll sell all of this. No, 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 no. I was only trying to do two. How much fabric do I get for that? 17? I think 17 fabric is worth the price. Now I should be able to invest in that place that makes jerky. Wait. Sorry, is the ranch a type of field? Butchered skewers, not jerky. Oh, it was the tools that I needed. Cool. Now I should be able to assign a couple fellas here. That's pretty helpful. And then oil can be made out of meat, but I'm definitely going to say that skewers are the priority. And then I need to build that herbalist camp. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Out of wood. I need more wood. I know what I need to do. Unassign one of you guys. I sent the old charm to Platinum. I have no idea what some of these items are. And frankly, even in the Pokemon games that I'm more familiar with, but certainly in the Pokemon games I'm not as familiar with. Frost Hostility's not that high. 5 more minutes for that. Alright, trade route wise. So I need these packs of provisions, which I can make in the cellar. To do that, but I'm like in need of wood, realistically. Like nothing has changed about the fact that I still just need wood. So I should go to the one that actually lets me get woodcutter's gaps. If my goal is to choose wood. Turns out. Okay, so the good news is I can open these glades all the way over here. I'll have these guys free soon. So it's not like a major concern. Let's go avoid glades except marked. I really should just, I think, remove that. Still. I want to make sure they can get in behind it. I just don't have the resources for that. It's a lot of ammo. I like doing pretty well. Like, I might actually win this, you know. Yeah, but I don't have any ingredients for fabric. I can make the do. Getting a better recipe for packs of provisions is actually pretty meaningful. because I should be making these already. Oh. Yeah, I mean, we don't really care that much about that, so I will be do stuff. I need the next round of population, which is not even on the screen, it's so far away. I don't really care for the consumption control thing, but I don't think that's a strategic decision as much as it's just like it sounds gross to me. There we go, we sent scraps. We sent an insect plane. I don't have Arceus, and that game doesn't have randomization, so, you know, don't really get that much out of the Arceus part, but, you know, it's fine. I only have one person working right now. I think it's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's there because these two are still picking up all of the, amethyst. Amber. I got a lot of amber. Good news is, that's good for next trader. Yeah, doing very well in terms of progressing. Because this is only the first year and I've like nearly finished. That's insane. I mean, I suppose that part of it is definitely just the aggressive blade opening. Let's trade what I can do. It must be... Okay, no, it's here. Yeah, 5 amber, and that unlocks a chest of berry. Sure. It's like, oh yes, if I got 500. Alright, sure, let's just do that. These ones... I could build a butcher. Yeah, these different packs of goods are pretty helpful. Putting that provisioning now to work towards getting something like this, as well as to get the other trades. And then the other thing, when I have more population, I can do the rain things. Trade fire, yes, of course I did literally just do that. That's not helping. Yeah, I can't really use these. That's not the rain. Advanced rain collector. Okay, so looks like if I do just get 2 advanced rain collectors, which I'm not entirely sure I have the resources for. Huh, maybe I do. Then I should be able to, like, I don't have the workers for them really, but, you know, if we ignore that, it's fine. I just need to wait the year. Oh my gosh, I've been playing on 1 XP this whole time. It's so usual. Ordinary. I can only make it a beat, right? That's so sad. Alright, I really do need more population. I wish I had picked a different cornerstone. Mostly because I can't use the one I picked. While I'm here, actually, I should build a road. Or a path, at least. I say that as even though I have no spare builders. Alright, here we go. Small obelisk, fertile soil, green stone node. I can buy stuff from the next trader when they come. I don't want to tear it down. This aesthetics is pretty good. I guess it's not that important. I can produce incense, but I don't think I have the inputs for it. Recipes panel, incense is roots, which I haven't found anywhere to get roots from. Oh god, I'm sure I have. And then these other things I can't pick up. It's not looking good, incense bros. Alright, population. 21 grain, 40 vegetables, 7 clay. Is clay one of the materials I needed to do this? Reed, stone, clay. It is. That sounds like a great way to click clay, and then I either will get them or won't. I didn't get them. That's great. I don't really know what that does, but that sounds cool. That also seems cool. Global resolve. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate order to get that in, I suppose. But cutting into 2 blades is very easy. Does that look like it's enough? Yeah, I think I can cut as well. If it isn't enough, I can just come back and change that in a second, and then we can direct you straight into this glade. I will also have to move you. It's got the white outline, meaning it's not close enough. But that's also fine. Now I have 3 people to build my things. I can place you. And then I'll be able to put some people in that, though I'd say less than I was hoping for. I'm trying to remember how you actually build the storm. I only build them in the beanery, which I can't produce right now. Okay. I think I just put one of y'all in here. So set the location. Is that still the Chesterberry? Okay, that was 1,000,000 years ago. Yeah, not getting the clay that it said that I was getting is very unfortunate. Alright, so that should get me a lot of the way there, and that should give me some resolve as well, and then when you have resolve, you gain stuff from resolve as well. Okay, you guys haven't even finished up over here yet, right? You're gonna be close though, right? Surely. 2 challenges. Gosh, this game has been going really quickly. Yeah, certainly gone well. I think housing-wise, I can build 1 visit house. Alright, I was gonna build those as well. So it's what, 4 green, 4 blue? Alright. 1, 2, 3. 4, and then we'll just build the 4 blue over here as well. Is blue the one where you can do the gate? 2 things at the gate. Oh, that was actually this one that I could do 2 things at the gate. I will actually remove these because they're space inefficient. And then you can do. What you can do is build the. I think I said this in the previous video, but I wasn't connected, so I didn't say any of the checks. You can build a gate, and then you can build something inside the gate. Try to just build a wall crossing, mostly because then it just looks like it's 3 pieces of wall, but it's actually 4, apparently. Aesthetics seem to all cost planks. There's like the one. Is the garden the one that counts as 4 decorations and stuff? There you go. We built a nice garden as well. Sorry, you should be on avoid blades set marked. Okay, good. Cool. I'm about to unlock another glade. What did I get here? Is this just a stormwater geyser? Okay, I don't have stormwater pumps. Which one of these can I do? Oh, I can actually sell something. I made a lot of skewers. Okay, wait, let's go to the butcher. And stop prioritizing skewers as much. Okay, can also open this, get more orders to fill. That seems very difficult to do. That seems very easy to do. I don't think I've even opened this one yet. Okay. +3 to Fox Resolve is very helpful. I've already done this, so I should just do this. I think that's a new building. Academy, Tavern, Foragers Camp. Foragers Camp. I can't really use any of these advanced buildings. I do have a lot of amber, right? Not that much amber, but enough amber. It says I can fill a religion? Oh, because it could technically make incense, but I don't have any of the inputs for incense. Not because I can't produce them, but because I haven't found them in the map. So I do think I reroll that. And then we go here for... I can't use incense or soul. Pickled goods, fabric things, pack of crops. I don't have crops. The only crops I have are the mushrooms that I'm collecting over here. Pack of trade goods, the same. Well, it's better. Source of fabric. Sorry, did I disconnect? I overlooked that message, and I regret doing so. Yay, trader. That sounds fine. That also sounds good. That sounds good. What are you selling? Eggs, vegetables, berries, bricks. Fabric is nice. Bricks. Stone. Let's get like 10 stone. Is that enough to do the 2 events here? Or what's the one? What do you need here? 15 oil. Incense, oil, resin, tea, scrolls. Why can't you produce tea? Yeah, it wasn't tea that I thought I could produce, it was incense. And then to break this. Reeds, clay, stone. Yeah, so stone's helpful. And what else is pottery? Ghee, herbs, flour, clay, stone, clay. Clay and stone the same price. They are. Salt and tools. Tools are pretty helpful. I apparently have 1 brick. I don't know where I got the 1 brick from. I should just sell the wildfire essence. I don't really understand how to use it, so it's also beneficial for me if I get it. What did I want? Many things, but I'm trying to remember what specifically I wanted. Oh, actually, do you? No, you're not helpful. That's fine, but I don't need it. I don't actually have anyone in jobs that they're comfortable in currently. Let me remind myself, what are you guys? You guys like cooperation. Oh, I think I had something that was cooperation, right? I don't remember what it is. But I had something and they were like, yeah, this is cooperation. Provision perhaps? It's not you. Am I doing on planks? Fine, I don't need it. I'm still working on it. This doesn't help. I need to figure out what the cooperation thing was. I saw a cooperation thing. But maybe it was just when I highlighted over. I can build more things. I can even use the to break these actually. But I'm still gonna buy the stone. It's a shame I can't pick that up. I never built the herbalist camp? I mean, that seemed like a very wise decision to me. Was it that you own parts? I don't think you can buy parts. It's tools, right? Okay, so I'm gonna buy a bunch of stone. I'll just buy old stone. Like that. It's no problem. What's the thing? Sorry, auto was the button I meant. Okay, do I want to buy anything else? May as well buy fabric. Let's just buy all the fabric. Alright, I'll also pick that up. I mean, that seems fine. And then, is there anything else I wanted? I think there were several things. We're about to break into that glade. If I click off to check things, it closes. It removes the trade so far. Well, I can at least get like enough stuff to fill out that remaining bit. Okay, I clearly messed up because I clicked auto and I guess I clicked off it. There we go. I mean, that's basically perfect, right? So I make that trade, and I can also buy long-term contract, which is nice. I should see how my housing situation is going in a second. Location checked. Sixth reputation in the marshlands. You are not very good. Tea, salt, resin. Do you sell any of those? Vegetables, berries, bricks, pottery, tools, salt. How much salt do I need? $15. 15. It's worth 6. I do that, and I can sell like a little bit of meat, probably. Because it's very important to get that done. I've definitely got foxes somewhere that I don't need specifically to have foxes. Question is just where. And that's the other one. Which I guess I'm replacing with nothing, which is fine. Yeah, large encampment. Full population's pretty good. Well, I'm not planning on doing that much. I didn't get the thing that I spent all that money on? Well, that's bad. Okay, this is problematic. I need to build a tea house. Where are you? Alright, so if I do that, what resource do I need? Brick? You have brick. No. Yes, you have brick. Okay. Okay. Alright. We'll move it more like here. I don't really know what the plan is with this one. Alright, we do this. Again, no glades except marked. That's fine. Yes, I do have that large source now. While I'm here, I would like you to clear basically just a path down here. Like that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's maybe more. Choose blueprint. Cool. I need a better resource producer of skewers. I don't even know if there is one. Oh, I can make people goods? For some reason I thought I couldn't. They are helpful. What's the building material I only got one of? Bricks, because I tried buying some. Alright, I can't build that. Okay, the worst thing is accidentally destroy a tiny bit of road. I don't even have anyone free to build. No, I have apparently 5 foxes free. Oh yes, because I just finished the ally for the fox clan thing. Alright, well, while we're here. Okay. We'll remove this one spot. And we will build the big shelter. Which will help. 2 more big shelters. I mean, we're doing great at getting the location checked. 7th reputation, completed order, 6th reputation. Tracks. Location checked, upgraded the hearth again. Indeed we did. Yes, this giant creepy robot. Love it. Not entirely sure. Oh yes, it is now the, what is it, the clearance? So I can get more clearance water. Clearance clear water revival or something. People are a lot less happy with me. I think it's because it's been a little while since I last cleared a glade. Okay, I'm paying for the funeral. And both of those are pretty doable. What did I get? 8th reputation marshlands. Have I not gotten the reputation from only 0.7 from you? 0.5 from you? That's cool. We've recently uncovered more nodes. And probably made it a lot harder for the woodcutters, as they have to walk through your place of employment. Oh, 3 trades I can do. That's cool. I don't really need pipes. Technically, seam arrow is a helpful thing to have. And I assume one of them is could choose the water pack. Cool. Aggressive telekinesis sounds like it is a genuinely very good and useful thing. Oh, cool. And max elixir. What? What is a max elixir? Do I not even know in-game Pokemon things now? Alright, run low on parts, run low on bricks, run low on wildfire essence, especially considering I sold some to get bricks. First rotation through resolve foxes. Yeah, I mean, y'all are pretty important. Since I need to open more glades to get the bonus. Like if the bonus is necessary. I'm not necessarily saying it's the main focus, but it is something I can prioritize. 2 puzzle pieces for the jigsaw, hell yeah. I think currently more important for me to try and get this reputation for the lizards. So once the storm, I mean even now before the storm starts, I'm just gonna put the thing up on them. And I think you guys are also going to have to cut into this glade. I don't love it. Yeah, there's the track to know. I received tools from myself! From the reputation through foxes. I don't have anything that can produce tools currently, I don't think. But I could check. I can produce tools. Awesome. Alright, the -4 to global result is definitely suboptimal. Oh, I don't suppose I can build a lizard house? No, I cannot. I don't have any bricks. Alright, it's time to make the beanery. It's in the food section. I cannot make the beanery. Alright, first reputation through resolve lizards. Okay, so less important to focus on the lizards then. In fact, once this cooldown comes off, I can do the other one. Large destroyed caravan. Oh, up here. in the new place I just unlocked. Yeah. Currently a -5 to global resolve isn't a problem. Stop. I thought I paused. I can do, actually I can replace, one thing I can just sort of stop putting people in this. But I'm gonna replace one of the woodcutters. Alright, looks like the only option is the one that's currently cutting wood, which is suboptimal, but you know. Sorry, the reason that you send them is that they have a bonus of reducing the amount of time working, and that's especially important for ones that are not good. Okay, I got Sea Marrow as well. I only have one person who's unemployed right now. Maybe I don't need as much of the stormwater as I would potentially like. Maybe I can place the other one here. And activate tools. So we break this open. Don't really get that much of value out of it. Why are we doing it then? It's a really good question. Sending it to the Citadel would be the ideal thing, but I don't have tools. So what can I build them with? The Carpenter, the Smithy, and the Tinkerer. So the Tinkerer I can't afford. The Carpenter I can afford. And then what was the other one? The Smithy. Smithy also can't afford. Oh, that sounds like it's the Carpenter then. Actually, only want to do tools. Okay, I need to build a beanery, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can bake it, right? Because I don't have bricks. At least I sent. Okay, apparently completing a glade with an empathy tag was an important thing for me to do. The minus result is definitely unfortunate because it means I won't be like immediately winning, but you know, it's fine. You guys suck. Yeah, I currently only have the beanery for that. Arkham Assault Forest is that? No. Alright. I can't even make any of these. Can't do anything useful with the Carpenter. On the plus side, it shouldn't be hard to win. Just clear out my remaining sort of 3 resolve with this. Okay, both of them get +1. None of them give me any objects I actually get. This is, I think, technically better because it means there's less people unhoused. Oh, not the oil thing. Yeah. Sure, I can do rerolls, but I just don't really tend to use them. I may as well make it the district. So I could build a service building. Can I actually afford them? No, sorry, I think it needs to be a building specifically that says it does service. Rather than just any of those high-level ones. Being able to make the tools is definitely a pain. I can use this after you finish there. There's some stuff, at least. Alright, let's focus on clearing this path out. Just making it a nice and clean path to get to. I think if we want extra... No, I should focus on getting extra resolve. So I should cut efficient paths to the 2 glades here, and then do the other glade later. The goal is just to max resolve, which it is. Fall off. This to be a manual. Oh, I have to do a Forbidden Blade event as well. Do I like any of these? Yeah, I mean that'd be great. Okay, so I think in that case, clearing a Forbidden Blade is also a check, so I should do that. Oh, why are you guys going down so much? Alright, how close are you to finished? 20 seconds. Let's just move to 3x speed. Just while we're finishing out the run. Cool. What the hell is this? Okay, you can gather it with the Forager's Camp. I mean, I can't actually gather it myself, but you know. I suppose I do have exactly that many, huh? 210. Okay. I mean, that sounds helpful. And then these tiny glades have come because I don't even have a road up there. Mostly because I'm a terrible employer. The whole being a terrible employer thing is also affecting, like, the people who are standing around doing nothing, you know? Yeah, not having any of the salvage stuff is certainly on the unfortunate side. But yes, finishing this Forbidden Blade event will be very useful. What did I use this for? This. Yeah, that tracks. Cool. New trade I can do. Trade is just a check. What checks do I have here? Colonialism. Character. Scraps. Side card. Useless items. Useless item. A lot of useless items. Now, filling out my trades to these guys is certainly more useful. Okay. I want to finish this event before we do it. What did I get? 10th reputation, the trades they just did. Did a late event with a corruption bag. None of these things are helpful, but they are useful for building others up. Especially when I get through this one as well, and we have even more. I want to finish this in not too long. Alright, let's see the orders. Just go with 2 blades, that's pretty easy. Do I have 20 of this thing already? No. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy. That's probably technically also doable, but not that important. Stop. Okay, so specifically getting trade with the people here is helpful because getting levels up with them is helpful. I am concerned I'm going to win too quickly. Why is it going down so much? Is it because I need to find a new glade? closer is anyone else to a new glade? I think these guys are the closest to a new glade, being this one here. I also, like, am trying not to immediately win, but also I want stuff, so... should favor the beavers, so that they don't get resolve anymore. Nope, I didn't get it in time. Well, I set printing press to Civ 5. What did you give? Complete the fishing glade. Send fishing rod to Stardew. That's very helpful. That's so helpful. Oh my gosh, that is the most helpful thing possibly ever. That's crazy. That's crazy how helpful that is. I finally have the fishing rod and I can finally start working on fish sanity. Cool. Well, there we go. That was a run. I will just very quickly check. Do I have a tracker that's open for this on my own screen? I think I do. I was just double checking what checks I had in Logic in a couple different games. So, let's see. Storm. Pass. I've apparently unlocked the sealed forest, so I can do that. Completed order third pack. Oh, I think I might be able to just continue settlement for a second. Maybe I can still get checks. So if I do this, does that send a check? No. I just want the 2 glades in quick succession as well. The goal is quick succession. Still super cool. Never seen this before. Though I suppose that's this thing that I talked about here. If giant gathering nodes are found in forbidden glades. What they didn't mention is that said things were also very cool. Okay, so I think that means it doesn't have access to that one if they're currently doing something else. I don't understand why they wouldn't have access. Okay. Alright, there's one of the glades. I guess we'll take the blueprint. I'm not sure if this actually can send checks. It can! I just sent a check. Alright. There we go, and that should also send a check. Yay. Okay, what the heck is this? Yeah, I don't have any sources of roots currently. I suppose you all feel like ever giving me a source of roots in this entire game? Well, I think technically the rocks might have made roots. No, algae. So just no sources of roots this whole game is crazy. They even have like secondary sources of roots. Okay, so acacias. I can only send them to the Citadel. I can do that. So do that, and then I only have 5 more tools. Did I get a new... There we go. Alright, that's easy to do. And then that also leaves me the ability to develop these trade rally things more. People want anything I can actually build? Not really. Let me check the cobbler out. So what was it that I could do? I can't make the incense. Can I make the distillery? I can druid that. That's cool. Not very helpful right now, but would have been helpful earlier in the game. I think I clicked it and I didn't even pay attention. I started with druid set. What is a distillery? Is it under food? There it is. Which is alphabetic. No, I can't build that. Alright, we're just looking for... Frankly, I feel like we might be looking for tools. Harvesting crops, I can't do that. Planting crops, I can't do that. Not currently making pickles. Alright, I'm pretty sure I can make pickles though. I just don't have the building build that can do it. Y'all, clearly there's too many of you. Okay, so if we go to food, one of these things can make pickled goods. 2. I can't build that though. It's you who wants the pickled goods. That doesn't help. That's a nice 9 from. Negligence. Is it because there are a bunch of people who are homeless? Because that is a very fair criticism. Are you supposed to do like this? Or something? Alright, let's build those. And then there will be significantly fewer homeless people. Because it certainly is not smart that I have all these homeless people. It's not very nice. I can't use the ancient tablets, but I can use the skewers. And I can also, what is it? Little mouse button to unassign 1 woodcutter. Well, luckily, there are just like a lot of harvest nodes here. They just were not a place that was useful in the other game. Okay, so what can I buy from you that I can actually get? Roots, fabric, oil, tools, planks. Does anyone want those things? I feel like the answer is no. The good news is, when the storm starts, I will be getting enough storm water. Oh, yeah, I don't really need to be beavers. Actually, how did I go on getting... I've gained 0 reputation so far from beavers. I can make beaver homes, so I should probably do that. Because that does make the beavers happier than regular homes. Alright, there we go. Why did the result go down so much? I don't know. Alright, there we go. Oh, because the Queen's impatience went down. The Queen's impatience went down, and the Queen's impatience, which is the red line at the bottom, that's 0, is a check against the other bits. Alright, if I can make the sorts of trades that get people happy, cool. Just do. I have a trade for the storm. Yep, both those things seem true. I guess probably the most useful thing to do right now would be to take the woodcutters and then just open every glade. Certainly this woodcutter could be contributing significantly to the glade opening things. That and that. I'm not in range of this yet, but that'll be the thing immediately after. And I guess in that same sort of context, this guy could also move up here to open up these 2 glades. There's people here, you didn't notice. I don't necessarily need the handbook. Is there anything else that I can easily do? Did the person leave? Yeah, okay. But they were selling deep magic. They were selling tools, weren't they? Could probably have bought those. Now that I have them unlocked. Bonus. A bunch of meat for free. Better houses. Better houses seems really good. I'm definitely not doing that. I have so much wood stored. Yeah, I mean, that would be helpful, but it's pretty specific. Well, I finally have roots for the first time in many years. I don't remember what specifically it was I needed roots for, but there was something. I have no homeless. Pretty good. Yeah. Okay, reach level 1 is done. Alright, that's pretty good. I think the 500 one I'm not doing. I'm trying my best in terms of some of these, you know? Okay, getting a lot of checks from this game helps, because I had a bunch of them in logic. At the current one, I only have reach level 2 and 3 standing, as well as reach level 1 standing. And level 2 standing with all the neighbors. I think, apparently I haven't done the 3rd pack, though I think if we look here, I clearly have. I'm not sure why that hasn't set, but I think something's just going wonky there. That's cool. What the heck? Bliss Greybone. Oh, that's cool. I like blizzards. Like, yeah, you're useful, but I don't actually get any checks from doing you, so. Unless there's things I specifically need to sell. Just packs bricks. I don't think she was selling bricks. She was not. That doesn't actually seem that helpful for lizard friendship. That sounds like more mouths to feed. We have so many unemployed people. It's crazy. Alright, we already ate all the roots. That just gives us more unemployed people. What can the unemployed people do? I don't know. I don't have anything for them to do. I lied. There's actually one more thing they can certainly do. Let's go. Mingus, another woodcutter camp. Keep running low on things a woodcutter camp can actually do as well. Alright, well, we start here. I might need to. Okay. And then you are nearly done that. Once you've done that, that will obviously be helpful. I don't actually remember why I'm doing this. There's a thing like when you have 20 people. Oh, wait. Beaver, beaver, beaver. Maybe people, I think it's mostly just, people are mostly just sad because the forest is angry. Yeah. Which, like, you know, not really my problem. Alright. The brass order is my highest priority. Can't do any of their things. So we do the other things. What? Sea marrow, sea marrow. Alright, when this next one finishes, I can send this, which is nice. What's the one that's actually useful? Oh, there's a sidecard, there's scraps. Can't make that. I guess I could probably make it in a makeshift post. I just didn't want to do that. Where's the makeshift post? Is it under there? Down one? It's a crew workstation. Where's the makeshift post? There's no way it's in this menu. I must have just missed it in the industry log. There it is. Oh, okay. I think we're building 2 of these. And then their role will simply be to make... your job is to make these. Doesn't really matter which group I use there. And then your job is to... these. Okay, we gotta deal with this. Gives me stuff for free, which is pretty cool. Not like for free, but frankly, it sort of feels like it's just for free, you know? Alright. That, we got these new orders, which we'll hopefully be able to complete pretty easily. Both of these are pretty easy. This one is... I got the lumber mill somewhere. In the middle of these two. Okay, so I do that, and I can do that. Cool. Let's prioritize this. And I put on the other one, I guess. Put a lizard there. Let's put there. Actually, I meant to put them in the other slot. And let's put a beaver there as well. That's fine. Don't have any other resources to do it, so we're burning it down. Which isn't really a problem. That's cool. You guys already have your marching orders. We're really just here to open as many glades as possible. I don't actually remember why we're trying to open as many glades as possible. Is it just for this mission? No, I started doing it before I got the mission, so that really can't be the reason. Well, I don't remember why I started opening as many glades as possible, but I'm doing it now. That's the important thing. Yeah, apparently everyone's really happy because we just keep opening new glades. I'm running a bit low on food. Feels a bit surprising because we're making so many mushrooms. So now let's see. Is this a it's ranch? It doesn't have an area. So does ranch just make stuff for like what? What does it do? It makes meat out of things I don't have. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty easy way to get me to stop caring about something. It's make it so I can't use it. So that was the game's goal. 6 days. That's the trapper's camp. Alright, let's move you here. And we will get you to cut through here first. Let's just get you to cut through both, you know? I'm just going to quickly look at this. The Forbidden Glade event. Okay, it's just Forbidden Glade once in your life. Oh, cool. I got the brass order up, so now the only one I need to still get up is the Smoldering City. The Butcher. That's a good reason to not be making skewers, I suppose. Not a good reason, but an understandable one at least. I need a source of fruits. Very badly. Whatever, we'll just do these 2 glades for checks, and then someone's working on trade goods, right? You're working on trade goods. Okay, I guess all 20 of them were just in the storage. I think that was for the 20 trade goods. Forest is mad right now. It's no homeless. Just looming darkness. I think we're fine, just because it has to go countdown all the way from 26, and the storm will end before it's counted down to negative. But these fellas are getting pretty close. Don't care about that. That sounds fine. Alright, we're just trying to get Smoldering City up. So I guess we should open that as well. Or, I'm working on that. No, I'm not. Do I have literally nothing? I have literally nothing. I don't really need more people. I have so many people already. Alright, looks like I'm about to open... Yeah, well, that wasn't enough to open up the glade. Yay, Farlif. 213 packs of provisions. Alright, let's just put... Oh yes, the dew. That's very helpful. We need 80 of them. I guess while I'm here. May as well do that. While I'm there. Bonus beaver resolve sounds good for free. Not for free, but like, you know, for free. Moving faster is good. I don't actually have any of the inputs to make that. Okay, so now that I have this, I can build the fox houses. Build a lot of fox houses. I guess since I am building these fox houses, I can get more people. I need to get 20 foxes in quality houses for the mission. One of the checks. Just need to get 20 lizards and beavers. I don't have enough beavers. Oh, cool. There's a new check. I don't think there even are more packs. Oh, there are more orders. Yeah, I've not really played this late in the game. Oh no, I have. I only played once. It was really hard to finish. It was when you were doing the like the final glaive thing, which is like, I think that's how you win the game here. Is you can pick which one of those. Do I need to do anything with this? Yeah, as well, right? I didn't get any resources from not paying for the dead, so certainly no incentive for me to stiff them. Alright. Now we move you even further over to open another glade. I'm sure that the forest will be totally normal about that. What if I run out of planks? Because I'm not using the lava mill to make planks right now. We can enable the planks on you. Oh, and tools. I have so many unemployed boxes. All these salvage things that I can't do. These break opens I can't do. I definitely regret picking the training gear at the start. I thought it was like a way to get around the fact that I couldn't receive them. I couldn't make them. But it was not. Gosh, I didn't realize it runs so quickly. Out of them so quickly. I'm low on food. That is unfortunate. I don't really have a solution to that. Alright, the good news is I can do these 3 checks. Which are most of the useful ones. I think all the useful ones I can do. And one that isn't useful, but yeah. In terms of the trade stuff. Oh, efforts. Okay, well, let's just expand these both. Okay, I can do that soon. If I'm able to get the 2nd level, then that's a pretty significant thing. I really want to get the smoldering city up, but I think I'll have to wait till next cycle. It'll be a while away. No idea what I'm selling there. Okay, so I need another herbalist cap, I think. And that's really the main thing that we're thinking, is that I probably need to just get more ways to gain food. Let's just put some people on it. Yeah, what about that? And I think there was also something else I can do with the Trappers Camp. This Trappers Camp source is there and there. Let's put some people on there. Yeah, I don't know why it thinks I haven't done the 3rd order. Completely out of food in 2 seconds. But I can get the food. Okay, so what other sources of food do I have that I can use? I had that other source of meat that I can use a trapper on. No, I don't have any more resources to make the trapper's camp. I don't even have the resources to make this trapper's camp because I don't have parts. Can I make the herbalist camp? This one? Yeah, okay, I did. I guess I can make another herbalist camp then. Yeah, normally you have like let's just do this to get the refund. Normally you try and get useful things that you can share. Yeah, getting that check. Okay, so what do they need here? City. Planks. Planks, luxury good, building materials. I'm actually pretty close to doing all of those. But may as well just buy them, right? Thinking on it. May as well just buy all of the food. Because we are currently dying. And not dying, I've heard, is good. It's most of my... I guess I should stop with that. Let's start with all of this, and then order a bunch of these. Oh, actually, it's possibly being exacerbated by the rate at which I am making the exit goods. Well, I shouldn't do that then. I should be making them here. No, this is trade goods, not luxury goods. I can't build a smithy. Do I have any of these luxury goods? No. Oh, building tools. That's nice. Cool. We're finishing out the fox housing. We haven't had any housing issues. It only helps. Okay, we apparently have a bunch of extra housing we don't need. Something we can sell to the city. Something we can sell here. So what's this? I can't produce any of those currently. I can't really fix that. I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Well, I don't have that. I can't do that. Why did I pick this? Okay, well, it looks like this is probably what I can do with my run in against the Storm today. That's so bad. I can't do any of these. Oh, I could probably do the Dangerous Blade event one. Yeah, with everything gone. Well, that's the, I suppose, the trade-off. Right? Okay, so you want to wait until these trades finish, because once I get that level of the Smoldering City, and once I get the level of the Smoldering Keys, once I get both of those finished, actually, how's my Queen's Impatience going? No, it's still at 0. I guess because I've still been gaining Resolve, even if the Resolve has not been real Resolve. It's not too bad. What's the check? Was that just, yeah, reach level 2 with a neighbor. And reach level 1 with all neighbors. That's a hand trap. I don't even know what hand trap does. I know what a hand trap is in Yu-Gi-Oh, though I doubt it's that. Is it First Dawn Company? I could try and push them to level 3. I can do that too. I can do that. Okay, we just want to push. Yeah, First Dawn Company. Vanguard Stolen Keys is technically also an option. I mean, frankly, I think we just want to do as much trades as we can, right? That's realistically what we're thinking. If the Cornerstone is, if they have the Trade Faster Cornerstone, that one's pretty helpful. Global Resolve increased by 5 is not that important. I wish I had I wish I had the ability to fulfill that need for religion. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I don't know if it works retroactively. It doesn't look like it does. Yeah, I've noticed that. Thanks, game. Why, I'm just looking at this screen. Unfortunately, it'll probably get used before I can sell it. You guys bring meat? No? We can't really afford more mouse. They're not bringing something to the team, you know? I just need to get something to 3. I can get several to 2, that's good. I will definitely have people just die. Is there a way to, like, kick out a bunch of people? I just wanted to reset that in case I need to put it on any of the other groups. Okay. Not you. You. Not you. Trade routes. What do people want? A pack of luxury goods. Meat. You don't seem to be selling either of those, or incense. The good news is you are selling this. Okay, so I should be able to just sell you like 30 of these. Auto up on that. Auto up on this. Auto up on that as well, I suppose. What's this? I don't care about that. I don't understand. It said it's half cost. None of those things seem particularly important, so I'll make these trades. I mean, it's fine, I suppose. I don't know why tools are under fuel. Oh, and exploration, right? Okay. Alright, there we go. All the other ones, I mean, jerky and pie. I don't have either of those, so fortunately not doable. I realize I'm still opening one of these. Okay, so first Dawn Company, that's the important one. Oh gosh, it's so fast. I love the fast ones. I have all these things that I just can't make. It's like, yeah, just give me those. And I'm like, well, I'd love to. Fortunately, it's not on in the cards, you know. Okay. Still can't make that beanery. Sure. It's all about selling things. It doesn't matter if you can afford to sell the things that you're selling, it's just that you can do it. Okay, there we go. So, we've got that now. Potion for the Silent, that's good. Potions are good. And then level 2 standing with all 4 neighbors. I'm still pretty far off that. Mostly because the city keeps asking me for things I can't make. Browser is asking me for things I can make, but don't have any of. I could rush the next trader. He sells packs of goods. That's not what I want. So city wants 2 packs of luxury goods. 2's not that important. Roots and meat. I hope you arrive before the thing starts, the storm starts, because I appreciate it. Yeah, cool. Alright. 1, 2. There's no food here. Actually do a lot of this. Alright, let's just do this. And then if I like order that seems fine to me. Actually, still had to could have gotten an amber out of that as well. Alright. The city's the one that's important. And then brass order. That was first one. Yeah. It's all the background in this right now. Again, I don't even think there's... Oh, there's level 4? Level 4 isn't a check, or at least if there is a check, it's not in logic. There we go. Okay. Right. What is it? Oh. I don't actually get a reduced level of thing with that, so better to make people who make food. I should also like definitely move you guys to a more central location, so that you can like get food that people can actually eat. In terms of the mushrooms that you can get from chopping down trees, which as everyone knows is the best source of food. Deforestation. Alright. Okay, it's probably reasonable to just buy more luxury goods. And then I guess I just order one more of these on. What's this? Oh, that's cool. I can use none of these. Awesome. I like the idea of mystery boxes too much to do this trade. Alright, skewers is good. See, now I want to sell a bunch of things. So I need 42. And if I order here, one that we want to hold on to the most. So if we get there without even selling, okay. Let's cut down some of the trade good packs. And then put this out here. +1 brute production. +5 logs. I'd only need 4 more of these. I must have done my maths wrong. And roots. There we go, I got more food. I did not know how I didn't notice the mystery boxes before. Like, how am I supposed to combat that, right? Like, the only thing I can do is combat this by making it so that their resolve gets high enough. Cool. Wood cutting is easier. Increasing herring capacity seems good. What did you need? The herbalist. This is the other herbalist camp that I needed parts for. Okay. Alright, brass order is the other one I need to fill orders with. So if they could fill while I still have meat left, which often is not for very long, that would be helpful. So, because I just need to get, yeah, now it's only the brass order I need to do. I just need to get the brass order to level 2. Sorry, I should move that slightly. It's easily be moved to get all of them. It's only these guys that I need to do. Only the brass order. I can't buy anything that I can't use. Bonus +2 resolve. Skewers. May as well get the other 7 here. Whatever, packs of building materials then. I don't actually think I have anyone getting multiple bonuses right now, but if I did, it'd be so good. Okay, I just need to get this last trade route with the brass order. These are at least with the brass order. All I need is to get brass order trade routes, which means I need the season to change. Turns out there's so much stuff you can do in this game. Loot boxes. I didn't realize there were loot boxes. There's trades I can make. Let's sell the skewers. Yeah, I'm not like... Okay, there we go. Let's look at the field kitchen. Okay, I technically can't make it right now. I don't have any source of fabric. Alright, I gotta do this. I think he sells fabric. It's only this. Only the pickled goods. He may also sell pickled goods himself. He doesn't. He doesn't sell fabric either. That's unfortunate. I think I just buy the food. Oh, that's too many. That's better. I said I don't really need this many tools, but, you know, for the job and all that. Okay, let's just take all your ammo while I'm here. I just don't think I'm going to get any more checks in a reasonable amount of time, so... Oh, unless the newcomer's giving me anything useful, they're not. Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, let's, save and quit here. No more meta bonuses, but I don't need the meta bonuses. There we go. Okay, so a lot of checks from this game. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to Powerwash Sim next, I think. Give me a second to just finish setting up Powerwash Sim. It just disconnected. I'm not sure if there was a reason things have been disconnecting or not. But here we go. So, what have we been doing in Power Sim? There we go. I have, you know, I have the console now. Okay, well that sucks. What is it with these first-person shooter games and they're just completely lackluster turning times? The remote, the controller. I have no console now. I have controller handy. That's actually what I meant to say. Yes. Finishing different sections of this gets me towards checks. I don't know how long it'll be before I get a check. I also have a lot of the shorter levels unlocked. So if I find that I'm getting it's bored, I can do those. Maybe I should have just done the vehicles. I went up with a very large number of levels to complete in this game, and I am not at the point. I'm not in go mode by any means. Yeah, I've got a few quicker levels that I can do. Because they're vehicles, and vehicles in general are quick in this game. Some of my first-person shooters were right at the back of this. It wasn't, you know, the sort of planning this stuff out was like very vibes-based, like in terms of deciding what games are and what. I'm like, okay, well, we'll do one Pokemon game each time, right? But beyond that, it was just sort of vibes. Alright, obviously there's a lot of unclean stuff around. I'm just trying to figure out what specifically is unclean in the lower deck on the side. Okay, apparently just that tiny bit. Or more or less just that tiny bit. Okay, I don't know what was happening there. But the mouse was occasionally coming out of Power Sim, which it's certainly not supposed to do. Or at least it's not appreciated. Do I have the sufficiently long nozzle on? No, I don't. Cool, that should help. Cleaning this section up. There's a lot of sections it'll help cleaning up. Just in general, it helps when you're on the floor, or very high up, which are obviously different. Useful for different cleaning jobs. I often feel like this game is made by someone who's very passionate about power washing, but also hates doing it. Which I think I've said every time I play this game, but it's because it reminds me every time I play this game. I think I've only played this on the channel once, prior, being last time we were in this section. And I did the first half of this, as well as I did several of the smaller levels. And I might have done one of the bigger levels, I don't think so though. I feel like I remember if I did one of the bigger levels. Maybe I did, I think I did something. really struggling to remember what I would have done. It's like cycling through on the side of the screen the all the different levels that are unlockable, and the red ones are ones that haven't been unlocked, and then I think it shows them like in gray if they have. Only 23 levels, that's crazy. Why did I do that to myself? A bit prioritize the vehicles at least. I did the UFO, that's right, that was the bigger-ish level I did. Or the recreational vehicle, as it is also known. It's a very fun level. I can't believe they flew off without paying though. Alright, I'm just going to get out of my way. My main goal is to get you out of the way of things that I'm cleaning. There we go. There's really so much stuff to clean in this level. The big levels, it just takes a while to get to the checks. Like, I think I got to one of the checks and then more or less just sort of signed off there last time, which means I need to do as much as I did in the last episode to get one more check. I'm not even halfway through. That's crazy. It feels like I should be. Big levels. Personally, I don't believe that the person who made this game actually had to power wash. Wasn't this like a Jane Goodall reference or something? I just realized there's no audio on. There we go. Just the incredible audio associated with Power Simulator. That means I can no longer see my... I can no longer see what checks I'm getting. Well, I can see in the OBS screen. Yeah, I like turn off the volume manually for the different games so that nothing winds up messing up. But got a lot of games today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it turns out the deep arrowheads that I was trying to figure out what to do, which I'm sure someone will have commented on a video by now, the time this comes out, being like, oh, the way that you get them is to use the dowsing rod, which you unlocked. I've got the dowsing rod. I know that I have that, and that's why they're in logic. Now, I have to figure out how to use it. Like, is it like an equip thing? I'll see if it's more... It seems more clear to me on controller. Like, maybe it's like on the D-pad. But I didn't know that I had to use like the numpad for it or something to equip. It's a lot of stuff. It's dirty and needs cleaning. Did I send a check? Yes. Okay. Definitely my main problem with this game is all the junk checks. The biggest reason that the junk checks are even a problem is because, and I think that they said this wasn't like doable, but like you can only unlock levels. So that means that most of the checks you get are junk checks for yourself. Similar to doing a jigsaw puzzle, but even worse. Because it takes a lot longer to do this than it does to do connections in a jigsaw puzzle. So there's only like room for one, like this, like a little bit of room for extra levels. Something powerful. Gosh, that's a big jump. Okay. I could check the text messages if I did want to find out whether it was about Jane Goodall or not. Okay, I think once I sort of splash off some of this bigger gunk and do the same on the top level, that's what makes like the big progress. It's not actually getting stuff done, even though getting stuff done is obviously what you need to do. It's just getting like stuff partly clean, which is a funny bit of game design. That's what gets the percentage up, and then the checks are based on percentage. Forget if object sanity was an option, but I think the problem with object sanity is that it's just more junk checks. I do think Object Sanity would feel more fulfilling. Being like getting a check each time you get one of those dings. But yeah, I think if you could make all of the upgrades and like maybe the first thing of each soap, or maybe a certain number of each soap checks, and then make money, the money you get from things checks like that, there would be a lot more interesting sort of stuff to do with the game. But instead it's just like playing the game until you run out of levels you can play, and then you're just bored. And that was certainly a problem I had. I played this game in one of the Chris M ones, and then I just wound up asking to be released because it was very early in the morning and I shouldn't have joined. But also, like, I was just sitting there BK'd and I wasn't allowed to ask for hints or anything, and I should have realized that that wasn't going to be a fun environment to play Powerwash Sim in. But I didn't, so yeah, I did wind up having to ask to be released. And then going to bed. And I left the Chris M server because I felt bad. And I'm just not going to join any more 8 syncs that are at a time that is that inconvenient to me. Which I should have just not done in the first place. Because it was like starting early morning. I got my holidays tomorrow. I think this will just be one video, so I might just put this into 2 videos. To finish Powerwash Sim and then play my other 3 games. All of which I have prepared. Alright, let's finish clearing out this section. Just doing some progress on it. There's so much stuff. Still haven't gotten a second check. Yeah, I think all the games that I felt bad about are the ones that just have so many junk checks. I guess at least in at least in this game and Jigsaw, I don't really feel about Jigsaw. But like in Vampire Survivors, they're just in all the other games. You know? If it was just stuff that was in Vampire Survivors, then I'd be like, okay, well, you know, whatever. But at least it's the Vampire Survivors' fault, you know? But instead, it just makes me feel bad in every game. Especially when trackers are like, oh, didn't you know you could buy progressive nothing? That's probably also not enough text names for different junk checks, for how many there are. But also, if there were more, it would be more confusing about whether you're getting an important thing or not. So I don't recommend they change that. I do just wish they would give you money, though. I don't know if that's possible in the game, though it would be kind of crazy if it wasn't. Like, it feels like surely that's something that should be possible in the game. You know, even if that's not useful to people who are playing with an established account that already owns all the characters and has all the upgrades, for one thing, I just think there's a lot of places to spend money in that game. But then, you know, when they make a DLC, that gold will still be useful to them. Alright. Oh, I forgot they did the rims here. Yeah, the games are very inconsistent about whether you do stuff like this. Or it's probably not very inconsistent, but it just sort of feels like it to me. It's probably actually quite consistent. Yeah, imagine if all those things. Okay, I got satisfaction. Great. I love the jump checks. It's my favorite. Especially when, you know, spending as much time cleaning a place as I am here. There's no meta checks in Against the Storm either. Because you just start with everything unlocked, and I wonder if that's something that could be changed as well. I think both these games are Unity games, so maybe it's something to do with Unity. I was talking to a friend who is a lead developer on a big Unity game about like how they could implement their game into Archipelago. It seemed like obviously you need Weapon X. But, you know, it's not unusual. I feel like it's not making enough sound on my end, but that might just be that my volume is set too low. Or maybe it just makes less sound when you're cleaning something far away. Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. I don't know if these are all done or not. No, there's clearly one of them that still has a bit left. Yes, I've been, my album of the week this week has been the Faith No More's, The Real Thing. I like some of it, and then when I keep listening to it, you have other songs which sort of do the signature Faith No More bit, just in ways that I don't enjoy as much. Alright, I think if I want to progress, I probably need to go to the upper level. Let's just check that completely is under this is completely done. Is under this completely done? There's just the joist, and that's outside stuff. Like some stuff that you have to clean from the top. Hopefully nothing that's warped into the tree, though I imagine if that had been an issue, it would have been fixed by the devs at some point. So, I imagine it's likely to be an issue. What does this say? Keep away, stay out, warning, private property, no visitors. No visitors, that's depressing. Alright. Here we go. Like, this is so much water. Like, this really is just so much water. I can jump on top of this to get the tops of these things. You can also get on the other, I can hit the other side. But any bits I wasn't able to get from the top with the step ladder head out there. I just realized that's one of the buttons that is a ding. Yeah. And I can't even, like, write subscribe to CJR, because it would just be subscribe to me. And if anyone is still watching this late into the series, they definitely should be subscribing, you know. Helps a small channel that's putting in a lot of work. Now, taking feedback only just under a month after I receive it. But yeah, that's because I've got the holiday coming up and I'm just recording a bunch of stuff. Also just because it's, you know, it's this pretty sort of thing to do, like 1 or 2 records a day. Yeah, I think I'll be spending 2 sessions. I think I've already said. I'm just reaffirming that today, where because I think that after I played Powerwash Sim and I played a pretty lengthy time in Against the Storm, I gotta remind myself what the win condition of Against the Storm is, because I think I might need to be playing for one of those shards instead of just bread. Oh, actually, for those, did I set the? I remember there's an option to have the bits of the seal be checked. I don't remember whether I set that option or not. It's pretty important to know for figuring out how to win that game, just whether it's a thing you can do or not, without getting things from the other games. Because it would be pretty bad to run that and then not actually be able to complete it. I think I set it so that they aren't in like they don't become objects in randomization, but I'm not confident. Yeah, I didn't get any check for the beavers thing, so I'm not sure exactly how the beavers thing like works. Okay. Oh, there's like actual housing up here. That's crazy. have a big topic to discuss right now. Despite the fact that I love the fascia. I had to explain what a fascia was to a colleague at work, even though after I used the term, which is the correct term, but after I used it after having cleaned many of them in this game. There we go. Alright, this is all one object. I wonder how many, like, just... I know that there are some people who are very good at the game. Like, I watched a couple speedruns, and I'm like, I don't have the wherewithal to do that. Also, I think all the speedruns were, like, starting with the max equipment like I have, which is a bit of a shame. Let's go just to the long extension. We're not doing roof stuff. We're doing stuff, realistically, we're doing stuff on a much lower roof. The value of the extra long extension is much lower. And the downside is much higher. This balancing act is that you can't clean stuff that's close to you, and then that like escalates for each of the larger nozzles. Like if I walk here and do that, so I don't actually break it by hitting it to a wall, I suppose. But you can't do really much of anything there. Something that disappointed me recently, I was like looking for a lore video on Archipelago to see if there was someone who like had done an analysis of it, but it was just a game. I saw there was one that was like its style as a lore video, but it was just a gameplay video. They were just playing the game and then like reading the text there. There was like, I think, a tiny bit of analysis, but there was no like narrativization or anything. And I was curious to see if there was a coherent narrative that someone who was genuinely attempting could pull out of the dialogue in that game. Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like there is at least a semblance of a coherent narrative, but I think you need someone to actually try. It's not something I'll be doing. But I was mostly just disappointed that someone was suggesting that they were doing that when they weren't. It's fair enough not to do it and just play the game, but kind of lame to mislead people into thinking that that's what's happening in that game. But I finished this one off. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to do with this. Right, great. But I do need to complete this to win the game, so... Yeah, fire truck. That's one of the vehicle levels that is a bit of a pain, because it's a very big vehicle. Let's do the monster truck before, which is sort of in that same bit of a pain sort of place. In terms of game experience and design, I suspect. I'd say, basically, okay. What else is gonna happen? I don't like it. There's like some stuff I could probably say, but like how much of that's really gonna matter when this video's coming out much. Started my VBL. I played my first 2 VBL games. I've recorded a lot of videos yesterday. I recorded 2 for this channel and 2 VBL videos. I still have 200 checks left in Choo Choo Charles, which is kind of insane. 1 that I cleared 300, and 2 that I still have 200 left. I love that game. I'm so glad someone put the effort in to make it, and then someone else put the effort in, or possibly the same person, but I think it was someone else, put the effort in to add it to Archipelago. I know some stuff about the people who put it in Archipelago, I just have no clue. Like, if it turned out they were the same people who developed the game, I would believe it. But I don't think that's the case. It's just a fun game, and it's a funny game. Both of these things are very true. Maybe something worth playing in a big Archipelago at some point. Well, I do have, and I won't be making videos on this, I do have a async that I'll be doing with the World Pokemon Federation. If anyone from my old channel remembers all the way back to them when they were, that league. One of the first leagues I joined, and the league that I've been in since literally the second day. Like the founder of the server only joined the server the day before, and like by creating it the day before I joined. I played in well over a dozen of their seasons, and plenty of off seasons together, possibly like even up to 20 if you count like the seasons, the off seasons together. Like I've done a lot of stuff there. I used to moderate there for a while. Did a lot of things in it. So it'll be fun to be doing an async there, but I'll be doing it while I'm on holidays, or at least starting it while I'm on holidays. So I picked two games that I can play on my phone, Jigsaw and Archipelago, and I tested that I could play Jigsaw on my phone in a different sync that I did. Though I wound up getting a bit of help because I was doing like the Hollow Knight one, and I just did not know the Hollow Knight characters well enough, and I was like, yes, this is just an ordinary like bug appendage that is not particularly distinguishing. Originally I was going to do the Hollow Knight one on this channel as well, before deciding to do I may have mentioned the story already. It's hard to know when you've recorded like more than 20 hours of footage. Whether you've spoken about a specific thing before, but yes, I was originally considering doing the Hollow Knight one on this, and then like clickbaiting that I was doing Hollow Knight as part of the randomizer. Okay, I clicked the button. No idea what button that was, but pretty happy to be doing the good one again. All right. Alright, let's get you back up here. While I'm here, I should just teleport these out of the way. It does not look like there's really a great out-of-the-way spot for that. But I can't really use that there. I've already done that section, so... yeah, I feel like these really limit the platforming aspect of this action platforming game. So I don't tend to use them that much. Unless I do. It's actually really arbitrary whether I do. Just how I feel at the time. I think I did use the stepladder a decent bit on the monster truck. So I say attempting to recall a memory of many gaming sessions ago. It's actually really hard to remember games where you've been playing a whole bunch of different ones. I remember when I went into the Civ 5 and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening in Civ 5. Who is Rome? What's going on? Like slightly bad for not exactly rage quitting, but semi-rage quitting that game, because my paratrooper was in the city as a result of movement being communicated confusingly, because I thought I could attack the unit that turn, but instead I wound up losing my unit because they were inside the city while it was occupied. And they don't provide defensiveness to the city like they do in Civ 6. Which, like, I don't think that's like a... Civ 6 was such a crazy game for implementing that improvement, but like, rather, it's like insane that that's not a thing. And that they were able to take that city with like a legion and a horse archer. I think there's like walls, maybe there's walls you can build. I don't think obviously you can build walls in Civ 6. I don't know how much of my memories of Civ 5 have been warped by like my understanding of Civ 6 coding over them. But it's possible that there's like walls are like a thing that I just haven't unlocked. But I would have thought like archaeology would be what unlocked them. It's not like Embrasure is a tech or something, you know. Okay. Let's just get this section. Actually, this floor's a bit behind me that I haven't gotten. There's a lot of stuff going on this level. I still have a set new check. I think I'm close to it. I think 84% is a new check. I think it's like multiples of 27. There we go, I got one. Yay, jump checks. yes, losing that paratrooper, which was like, frankly, probably what I should be building always over the mobile infantry. Which is like my main way to actually like advance my war and get that domination victory. It would have been really funny if Civ 5 was the first game that I won. I think if I started a new run from jump in that game, it would not have been a challenging run. I was a bit disappointed in those privateers. My bonus, and I think I've noticed this in Civ 6 as well, on lower difficulties, AI just doesn't seem to build boats. Or like they'll build a very small number of boats. And then they weren't even trading overseas. So like I got no value out of my privateers, outside of that one quadrireme that I turned into another privateer. Which was very good. Doing it wrong, I did like that. Or I don't know if that happened. I don't know if that's how that happened, or if I'd already had another privateer, and I just forgot. Again, playing many games at once. Confusing. I think you gotta get closer up there to clean presumably the rust off of that roof cap, because it is metal. And rust is one of the stickier things in this game. Even if you're using the tri-nozzle with all its brokenness, it's not going to clean rust from that much of a distance easily. Would have been funnier if it switched to one of the foam nozzles instead of just like a random, not particularly effective nozzle. Speaking of Bridger, this place is not a particularly fortified domicile. It's so funny going to a different angle and then seeing everywhere that's like still really dirty because you've only cleaned the angle of it that you're facing on. Actually, I haven't gotten on the inside of this. Okay, I think I gotta go here. I don't know how much of this will be on the roof, but some of it will be. There we go. Yes, I do sometimes click the wrong button. Even the Pope isn't infallible. Oh, sorry, that's not a reference to me being Catholic. I'm not Catholic. But rather to Europa Universalis 4, where I don't think that it is the belief that the Pope is infallible in Catholicism. I'm not Catholic, so I wouldn't take my word on that. But I don't believe that's thing. They just think it's like the closest to God. I don't even know if it's like really required or if it's just a sexism thing that the Pope's a guy. Because the Pope doesn't have to be a cardinal or whatever. There have been popes who are like not cardinals, not bishops or anything in that sort of area. Yes, Europa Universalis. When a country that isn't you gets enough to claim a colonial region, the Treaty of Tordesillas activates, which is based off of a real-life treaty between France and Spain, which the Pope, I believe, mediated. Which they both... sorry, not France and Spain. Spain and Portugal. It was about their spheres of influence in between Africa, Asia, and the Americas, which basically said that Portugal's access to a tiny bit of Brazil, but it gets like all of Africa and a large proportion of Asia. In exchange, Spain gets the Americas. Sorry, I believe Portugal also got access to a tiny bit of to a portion of the Caribbean. So they certainly did not keep those Caribbean colonies. Spain did enforce parts of the Treaty of Tordesillas in practice after the yes. So that's like the real life treaty is, but so that they would not get into colonial disputes. And whenever that activates in EU4, all Christians, I think, or it might be only Catholics, get a notification, and then the button says the Pope is no longer infallible, because, you know, they're recognizing, the Pope is deciding to recognize that someone has actually colonized the area. Like, you get it by actually being the person to colonize the area as a Catholic. So it seems odd to say that the Pope is no longer infallible in response to that in particular. Especially given, again, I don't believe the Pope is actually considered to be infallible. Not to, you know, mess with the Pope at all. Wasn't dropping no Eve, sir. Yeah, working on the Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, so much of this, so much stuff will have already happened. It's not like I'll be long since back from my holiday. Yeah, not really that much happening in life. To the holiday. Just sort of work stuff. Been grinding a lot at work of being like, okay, do as much you can of this task list and then getting either all the way or most of the way through it. And it's always nice to be able to, exceed expectations and hand over something to people that, takes a bit of the load off their back, I like being able to help members of the public, help the boss, and then also help my colleagues. It's one of the very nice things about my I don't really know what else to say. One of the lovely things about the holidays is that we got the opportunity to spend a good deal of time with my niece, whom I love dearly. She is 1. She is amazing. Oh wait, the cap is that. Okay, not that hard to clean. Just very bright, a lot of teeth. Like a lot of teeth for her age. Which is not super easy for her at times. She loves dancing. She's very, very good at walking these days. It was a bit of a rough start, but once she got to doing it well, she was really, really doing it well, Loves calling people by the name of what I think is like the name of an emotion that she associates and wants to associate with the thing, like what, sort of what she wants from the person instead of, their actual name. Like I've seen her call her grandma my mom, mom. I've seen her call her dad mom. It seems like rather than it necessarily being associated with my sister, who is her mother, it's associated with the desire of like the role that they're to fulfill. I think that's funny and cute, and I love that. Yeah, it's always funny when she does wacky stuff like that. All right, let me finish this. What did I get? Positive reviews for Powerwash Company. Makes sense. You've been a pretty ruddy good job. So when you get closer to the end than I am, there's the and you only have 3 or less categories of objects left. It pops up and shows you exactly which ones. So it shows you not exactly, but it shows you categorically like which categories of things are left. I don't have that yet, so that's unfun. That's a lot of stuff that you got to figure out. But I can go into the menu and check. Okay. Other than that, Chris Patrick, the GOAT, was got a song in the movie GOAT, one about the GOAT that plays basketball. And that's awesome, like genuinely so awesome. Chris Patrick is great, not every album he makes is the greatest thing I've ever heard, but every single time he makes something, I'm always keen to hear it, and I love that he's getting that success of getting that on in a movie. I know a little while ago, I mentioned this in the RTT video, a bunch of underground-ish art rap guys got shouted out by James Gunn, and I really hope that turns into an Open Mike Eagle theme song or something for one of the DC shows. I love hearing music I like combined with media that I am engaging with, you know. And I love the fact that would give artists that, you know, I felt passionate enough to give a small shout out to my videos. Obviously, you know, I didn't do anything that was particularly crazy or anything, but, you know, just that I had a degree of care or passion for them. I've got no idea what's left. Is it all on the outsidey stuff? I remember there was some outsidey stuff that looked like it needed a bit of time still. So yeah, like if we do get something like that, that would be really cool. You know, I'm not gonna be necessarily holding my breath for it, but it's certainly not impossible, right? Something I remember thinking, maybe it would help if I was stand on this. I don't like this not telling me what I haven't done. Oh, roof trim. Which bit of the roof trim? It said roof trim. What? Is it just like on the top of this side? Oh no, is that it? It's a bit there. Oh no, not the gnomes. Maybe that was enough. Okay. Oh. Saw something there. Oh, might be some of the ground stuff. Have you gotten all these trims? No, I haven't. That'll be a part of it for sure. J. Cole album came out. That was alright, but I didn't feel like giving it multiple listens. Not necessarily the biggest target. Okay, so 97, upper deck railing, upper deck rim joist, balanced steps. So that is one of these. There we go. Okay. Lower house walls. I don't know if that does something. Window frames as well. Okay. I do have both of them. I have both sets of scaffolding. Lower house walls. Yeah, okay. It does track that one of them will not finish. I'm just sort of like going to all the... Yeah, so one of these lower house walls. Oh, vertical house trim. There we go. Okay. Window frame, roof trim, upper deck rim joist. That's this railing. Let's see. Let's move on to this. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can understand why the customer would not be happy with that. There we go. And now I gotta figure out the particular roof trim. Particular roof trim, particular window frame. I'm just like waving it wildly while trying to figure it out. Alright, let's just walk around. Looking at the roof trim. Okay, I figured out the problem. Also figured out the solution, which helps. It's maybe less helpful than I was hoping, but it is helping. Alright, so then that leaves one window frame. Here. Just double, triple, and quadruple check these. Okay. This is definitely the worst bit of the game, is when you have like one tiny thing. It's going to be this bottom section. There we go. Alright. That's the stuff I did yesterday. Now we get into all the stuff I was doing today. I say yesterday, I played that like a week ago. But you know. Okay, there we go. And that sent nothing! Yay. Vehicles, let's do the quick ones first. I think I will stop without doing the fire truck. I'll just do the 3 quick ones. That is the first level in the game. And it's the one I saw the speedrunner do where I was like, yeah. Just seeing that them do the first level, I was like, yeah, I'm not built to speedrun this game. Like, they were looking like this, except it was like going crazy on the checks. On the plus side, I found scraps. That's pretty good. I don't know, I'll see how quickly I do the other ones. If I feel like it, I might do the fire truck as well, but currently I'm not feeling like it. A lot of positive reviews. People really love that I cleaned my own van. Which is understandable. I don't know that I would give a positive review to a cleaner who had a dirty van. Okay, let me just make this washable. There we go. Here we go. Vehicles, vintage car. Satisfaction. Yeah, I mean, okay, but sure, we'll pretend. Here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff on this car that you gotta think about, but luckily I've done it several times. Just playing the regular game and then also playing it in a couple other archipelagos. I think it's sort of design-wise is one of the levels that it's fun to do. But yes, I think starting this game with the elite thing and finishing the van that quickly is certainly not the default experience playing the game. And maybe it shouldn't be an experience for Archipelago if I want to keep playing it. But I don't know. I don't know how much of that is solvable. I remember. I do also like. I don't love the YAML setup either. I wish you could get it to just be like, give me, a number of levels of a category instead of naming the specific ones. I think that would be fun. I sent a random guest scrap. I sent scraps at least. Sorry to the customer whose vintage car I got scraps from, but I did put them in a train, so it's pretty cool. Mudguard, that means there's probably something inside the mudguard. Maybe on this side. Oh wait, this is the whole thing, it's one mudguard. Alright, there's a little bit left. Sorry, so there's a little bit left on the trunk shelf as well. Right, there we go. I feel like I have no idea what's left. Which I guess means it's probably... Oh, is this tire? Oh, the horns. Alright, I think you gotta get, like, inside the horns a bit. Turns out, straps. Like on this? Straps. I'm actually not sure what the straps are. Oh, there. The strap. And then tire. It's going to be this tire, yeah. That's where the strap is. It's still dirty. There we go. Well, 2 checks out of that, so it's alright. Let's go vehicles, motorbike and sidecar. Yeah, I don't have time for the fire truck if I want to also play Psychonauts and Platinum and Archipelago. I did get a progressive filter for Archipelago, which is very helpful. Hopefully I can send useful checks. Progressive filter just lets me know what items are completely useless to me, which is helpful when you don't want to waste time trying to combine everything. But yeah, look, they're working on sort of revamping it. I think the idea is cool, but unfortunately in execution it's not that fun to play. Because the thing that's really enjoyable about the about Doodle God and Little Alchemy and stuff is using logic to try and figure things out, or Infinite Craft as well. So Infinite Craft is, I'd say, a tad more deranged. I may have to get into the engine somehow. So I'm not exactly ready for the piston cup, you know? And I don't remember myself what a fender is. Yeah, I thought it would be one of the side mirrors. Yeah, always a bit of a pain. Okay, side mirror is done. That's a fender. I'm not actually sure what needs cleaning on the fender. Mudguard. There we go. You know what? I think just to get it over the line to enough hours. Did I get any checks? I wasn't paying attention. Did I get any useful checks is maybe more the specific question. Send to PP up to platinum, which is not useful, but you know. Okay. There we go. Level left, so at least next time I am here, I'll be able to do something. But Powerwash out. And you know what? We'll do Archipelago now. Okay, green means I can't do anything with them. Tick. I don't have the thing that means that tells me that an item is BK'd, unfortunately. I think the main thing I have to try right now is combining 2 of every item. Luckily, I've gotten a lot of progressive item limits. Oh yes, that's right. They added in a few new features, including being able to double-click on something to duplicate it. I definitely wish I had the next thing of progressive filter. Okay, so let's try mixing things around. I don't know if this piling thing doesn't work. But there we go. Yeah, that's how it worked in the previous game. I think I tried to do it a couple times. I don't even think you can like infer things from seeing things on one score. Some of those times you look at it and like it makes sense, but sometimes you're like, huh? I forgot I had Rumby abuse. Feels bad. Maybe I should just be going down now to 1 of each, just in case that does mess around with it. I forget if Doodle God was. I remember there was one of the games that I played where it was like a really big thing where you had to have like multiple of one thing. I've got at least 8 checks in logic. I haven't checked if I've gotten any more checks in logic since. Yeah, I mean, if I get no checks from this, I will just feel bad. Currently, it looks like I'll be feeling bad. Well, that's unfortunate. Cheers to this, I will start a new video in which I play Psychonauts and Pokemon White.